Yeah. So yeah, hi guys. Welcome to the another technical session which we are conducting throughout this month. So we have planned initially we had IoT, now we have Git, next we have Android, and then we have an embedded system based technical session. So before moving towards it, the one of the purpose why we are doing this and what we want you to explore is the thing. So first we will go towards the what exactly the there is an eYantra is an initiative by MHRD. So basically we are here to teach students and to make them good in technical skills and all. So basically under eYantra, there are one of the initiative called eYantra Innovation Challenge. So here we usually have where we usually make the students to think as an entrepreneur. This is a competition where you have to find your idea, and then you have to give submit the idea, and then we will evaluate based on it. And depending on the feasibility of idea, then we will guide you and nurture you for a potential startup. This is our goal, that every student should try this once in their life about how to find a problem statement, even though they are not planning to do a startup. But yeah, they have to be exploring about the problem statement, design thinking capabilities should be there, and go to the ground level approach and find what problem the farmers are facing this year. Since it's an agriculture space, what what the farmer are facing, and how you can make them give a solution of your technical solution of to them in order to make their agriculture in a feasible manner. So moving towards, I'll first focus on the website of eYantra Innovation. So its registration is on till 25th September. But yeah, we have multiple offerings plus multiple discounts going on through. You can just go towards the website of the eYIC. So our focus is that what exactly, let's say what's the benefit of this challenge. First, if you are a finalist, and if we feel that your idea is good enough and it's a market, it has a market, then we usually have an 8 week. You usually come at IIT Bombay. We sit with your ideas. We explore. We dwell more into technical aspects of it and make it. The competition has a period of 6 months, but within 6 months you can able to create a prototype. You will have an ugly prototype. So after 6 months, if we feel that this idea is a market ready idea or market requires this solution, then we mostly look into the product prototype, and we'll make in the we help you to build it as a product. And of course every category has a cash price, and as a student you should compete with other students in order to have an it will first improve your skill, and you will have an entrepreneurial way how do you think uh, if some problem comes. So basic registration fees is 3,000, but if you are an ELSI college, we have a 20% discount. Since till September 17, we have an engineered discount on top of ELSI. So it's 15%, and if you are all girls team, it's 10% discount. So I will suggest you to go towards the website once, and then you can think like since if you are planning to have a startup idea, or if you're planning to do a startup, then you can I will urge you to explore this and start registering. Themes though I have said, I guess roughly I have mentioned this year it's an agriculture based themes. So you go through here, and we have also mentioned where you can find problem statement. We will be also, if we have a we will be also providing you a problem statement from our side. uh, so yeah, thanks for the patient. Now I will be handing this to Jayashri, who is will be going to give you a GitHub session. Before that, for referral code also, we have mentioned the poster. This is a referral code. If you use this, you will get 10% on a discount. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Am I audible? So yeah, hello everyone. I'm Jayashree Singh. I'm here at e-Yantra as a senior project technical assistant. Is my screen visible? Let me know. Okay, then let's go ahead and check with the what is Git and done. Yeah, now it's visible. So yeah, hello everyone. Let's. I'm going to give a technical introduction on what is Git and version control to make you a great end user. After this session, we are going to also have a quiz on this. So let's get started. So before what is version control, I want to ask like, have you ever thought, have you ever experienced that whenever you work on any project and something got lost, or whenever you are working on a team and then that time you faced in the same code you are working and ended up with the complete mess. So for those thing, to handle those thing, we are using version control, which is like a superhero for us, that help us in this situation, this kind of situation. So think of version control as as your project bodyguard. So what it does is it watches watches every, it tracks changes and it helps you to go back to your revert your changes. So this is what help version control does. It allows developer as well to go back to old version, exactly what I said right now, and collaborate. Yeah, it helps in collaborating with the code without overwriting each other's work, and also maintain a structure history for the project evaluation. So let's understand why we need a version control. So think of a story like, I'm a developer here. Think I'm a student over here, and my teacher asked me to make a big project, like any essay. Like take example for essay. Okay, so I made a essay, and I made a big essay, and I made it like a final dot doc, because I think it is the last version. Then I showed to my teacher and he said that some feedback and revision needed, so I made a my doc as final revision 2 dot doc. Then again some feedback came and some comments came, then again I did the same. So this process continues till I get frustrated and ended up with the final revision 2 comment and such a messy kind of uh, file that I created. Okay, if now for this kind of situation where like I will be frustrated and where I don't know how to go back revert. So when I ended up with the revision 22 final full file, that time my teacher asked me to go back to the revision 8. So how I'm going to go back to the revision 8, that I don't know how I'm going to find the that file again, because so many hundreds of different files were there. So for that we require a version control. So what the version control will do, I will make a changes in the version 1, which will be counted as my first changes. Then if any changes update that been done, I will take it as a version 2 and then the version 3. So and when I'm using version control, it help me to track the changes. So whenever if I will if suppose in the version 3 I don't I have got some uh, error or some broken thing, so whatever the in version 2 was there, I want to go back to that, so I can go back in a very easy way, so I'm a happy student that time. So I guess this is why we need version control. Now let's go back for a Git. What is Git? So Git is a mostly used version control system that we know. So it is like a very popular one, and it has to be like it supports branching, merging. It provides a fast and decentralized workflow. It has a backbone platforms like GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket. We will talk about most popular one is GitHub. We will talk about that in the further slides. So what actually you can take the Git as a time machine for your code. So it helps you to save version of your project as you keep making changes, and it helps you to go back to the previous version as well. And it most important part is that it helps you collaborate with the multiple people in the same project without any conflicts or without getting any messed up your project or code. So let's understand the Git working principle. So we have the different Git to move each file from one stage to another. So we have mm, we have four like Git. We don't save our code only just in our in our laptop or in our remote repository. What is remote repository? I will explain you in the further example. So just for now understand that Git is stored means our code is stored in our local directory, staging area, local working directory, staging area, local repository, and remote repository. The flow is also the same: first the working directory, then staging area, local repository, and then remote repository. So let's take an example. Let me first. This is an example that I have created. So first let's understand the terminology that been used over here. So what is working directory? So working directory is the actual where your code resides, like the file that you are going to edit, and the staging area is the files that you choose to save, and it's you can take it as a checkpoints, or like you play a video game and in each level there is a checkpoint, like that. So local repository is the history that you commit in your own computer, commit stored on your computer. And then remote repository is a cloud, like you can take it as an internet or web for now. We'll talk about this later. Clone, get the project first copy, like this is the we do clone only one time whenever there is a repository that we want to take it to our from remote repository to our local repository. And then add means mark changes, like we want to add something in our that if suppose I'm working on 5 projects, and now my files are complete but 3 are remaining still, and I want to add those 2 files which are completed to my save changes, marked as a changes. So I will add that. And for commit is like saving changes locally. uh, we'll talk about this also later. Push is for sharing with share with others, like upload on cloud, like whatever the code that we are going to do, if we want others to know what we have made changes, so we will push the code to the remote repository so that other peoples can pull that changes that I've done, and get the update from pull is that it gets the update from other. So fetch, look at what's new in the cloud, means it just peep that yeah, this is something that been added or updated, this is a change, but it will not apply directly to your code. After merging, after merging, then it will combine your work to the one branch into another branch. Like for example, you can take the pull as fetch plus merge. So first it will peek that in the remote repository that what the changes has been done, and after merge it will combine to our work. So let's take an example of Asha, Raj, and Neha. Okay, don't go for the name here, it's a girl. So Asha is they are working, they three are on the same, working on the same project. So let's assume that Asha is working on the introduction part, Raj is working on adding the diagrams or images, and Neha is working on the documentation part. Okay, so what Asha will, first thing will be it will take, they will take, all three of them will do the clone. So for when after doing clone, that is they are going to first take the project into their local machine, that is their laptop. So after laptop, she will start editing the introduction part that she will be doing in the project. After that, she will add that now for suppose she is working on introduction and the content as well. So let's suppose her introduction part is done, but the content part is remaining, but she wants to save those changes. So what she will do is that she will add the introduction into the working directory, that is our code, that is the actual our code reside, and the staging area where the code will be added, but it will save but not committed yet. Committed means it will save changes locally, like it will be saved in a local machine. So after committing, it will be in a local machine. So she has made committed, and then Raj can yeah, so what Asha can do, she will push the code into the remote repository, and then what Raj will do she he will what Raj will do, she will take the repository clone. Okay, because of the image it's going messy. Okay, let's let's just suppose I will take the Raja she only. So yeah, she is pushing the code to the remote repository, and then the Neha is pulling those changes made by Asha and Raj into her own laptop, so into her own local repository. So this is how it works. Like first we clone, then we make changes, then we add into our in the working directory, then the staging area come, we commit that into our local repository, and we push it to the git repository, remote repository. Yeah, next let's go for, yeah. So for the configuration part, like git configuration, it tells git that who you are, name and email, like how you want to work on your computer. So it will show, it is like for example, you are setting up your profile in the social media, so you can take the git configuration as like that. So that time you enter your name, email, so that's setting up your social media account. Same with the git. If we use git config to start our system for the first time, you will need to configure it, and then these are the commands that we need to follow, like git config hyphen global, I do user dot name, and the in double quotes your name, and for same for the email with the double quotes for the email. Creating a repository, yeah. So for this, what we are going to do, let's think repository is nothing but like a folder. Okay, so where the git configuration, where you store all your work for a project for version control. Le- let's say do one example over here. So I have a this is my VS code open. So I will make a directory called super. Now my directory super has been made. Like it's a folder that is created in my laptop. So let's go to I want to go inside that folder, so I will do cd super. So I am inside the folder super, and now I will do code. I will get inside, I will open that folder. Yeah, so this is what yeah, so this is how we use make directory function and cd function. Yeah, so after that we have a git init. Git init is like it creates a new git repository in our current folder. Think like we are starting git initializing. That means we are think like we are putting some we are starting the tracking to change our project with the initialization command. So this is important. This helps this adds the git folder to in our directory, and folder contains a git like you can take it as like git magics like history and tracking informations, those things. So that will create a let's see that as well in our super super folder that we made. So we are doing git init. So it says initializes empty git repository in our this. So you can see that dot git is has been created, but it's hidden because it's not yeah. So we have created git init, and we have created dot git for directory. So yeah, so we can do ls hyphen a in the linux. For windows we can do ls hyphen force to check the list and list of our command, that it will show dot git directory over there. And for adding files now, like what is like adding files. So you can think it of like, now we can start let's first make one. Let's first make one file like test txt. Okay, so I made a file test.txt, and I want to I'm writing something that git 10 version control. Okay, so this is my some like it will be having some kind of code definitely, but I am not emphasizing on some programming language right now. That's why I've taken .txt one. So what you can see here, that it has a source control which shows the graph your changes. So now I have created test.txt file, so it has the changes that I have made. It is git and version control I have written on the line 1. So it shows me that, and we have a command that is git add. So when I do git add, so it will add the, it will like, it was first I in my working directory, right now it is in my staging area. Like staging area is where it saves, but it's not committed yet, it is saved just. So let's commit this. Like we will use git commit hyphen m. And there are some commit conventions that we need to follow. Like for a feature, if it is there, then we have to use feed colon, and then in small letter like added text text for right for now. Let add git. Okay, so this will be my commit message. Or when we are using when we are fixing any bugs, so that time when we are fixing some anything, so that time we can use fix. And if it is a we are working on a we want to commit some documentation thing related, so we will use doc that time. So it is very important. Right now I will use feed, that is feature. So let's commit this. It is very important to follow this commit convention. Otherwise what will happen is that if you will commit like bug fix, then bug fix 1, bug fix 2, like this, so it will be very difficult for you only to understand that which commit that actually fixes which bug. So it is very important to write a good commit message. So when I committed, you can you saw that it's now saved and it has been committed to my local repository. Let's go back. uh, yeah. Yeah, also we have a git status which will show me the history of my so basically this I can do, what I can do right now is let me just write something that GitHub. Okay, so I have a GitHub. I did the same process again, and I made a. I have added this with the plus icon. I have added my GitHub into the state changes. Now let's do the Git status. So it shows me that your branch, my branch is now masters. By default, the Git has a master branch, and what is branch, that I will let you know in further slides. Nothing to commit and work very clean, because I have already made it shows that modified the test.txt because I have added GitHub. Now let's let's commit this, that GitHub, add GitHub, and then let's see the Git status. So it shows nothing to commit, working pretty clean on the branch master. So this was the git status command to check your current state of your project. So let's go ahead with the commenting changes that I have already showed you how to comment, and also that comment conventions that you need to follow. Staging the modified files, like, yeah, so for staging the modified, like what we can keep making changes to our repository by adding new files, or by making modification to the existing file. Like for example, I will say staging is take it as a staging as a waiting room. Okay, so what the staging what does do when you add the git when you do git add command, so moving your file to the into the waiting room, you are moving the file into a waiting room. Like when I did git add, so it was waiting in my staging area, so it is take the staging as a waiting room, that where it is just save but not committed, and only the files that are being staged in the staging area, that are going to save in our git commit one. Yeah, so let's go. So this is what the staging is. So you understood by this that staging is just a waiting room for our code. What is branch? So let's go and understand what is branch. So branch is like a as I have written over here, it's like a separate line of work, so you don't disturb the main project. So when we are like in the I have shown that we have a default branch as a master branch in the git when we are when we first initialize the git. So we have a master branch, and how we are going let's suppose we have a yeah, we have something new which something new which won't alter the history of our when working on, yeah. So for example, when working on the code base, we might want to create a new code feature, so at the same time leave our main code intact. Like some, for example, there is a live code that is on the theme blue theme. Okay, so let's and now we are working on a different now I want to test that how it will look the in blue theme, the the site that we are that is already live. But in the live site we can't directly work, we can't change directly on the live site. So what we are going to do, we are going to make a different branch, not the main branch or master branch that we have, but the different branch where we are going to make the changes and test how it is going to look. So let's create a branch over here. So git branch, command for creating a branch is git branch, and then branch name, like for here I will write branch as Jayashree right now. Okay, so I have created git my branch as Jayashree. Hmm. So yeah, so this is how we create a branch. uh, yeah, and then if now my if now I'm done with testing that it in the blue theme the site looks perfect, and now I want to switch back, I will commit that, and it will get I will commit that, and it will be in my branch Jayashree. Okay, so now let's see how we are going to do how we are going to switch the branch from like Jayashree to the uh, master branch. Like here I have given example how do we switch a new branch called experiment. Like we this is a command git checkout experiment. This is a branch name exactly that would have created. For now that we have created was Jayashree. So git checkout Jayashree was will be our next command for getting into that branch, like switching into that branch. And for so for now we first saw that we have a git branch and the branch name. Now what if we want to create and then switch to branch using a single command. So that time what we are going to do is we are going to use a command git checkout hyphen b, which is branch, and the branch name. So it will it will create a experiment branch, and also it will switch to that experiment branch. What is merging? So for merging, like now suppose we have like master and experiment branch. So suppose in master branch we were having a blue theme, and in the experiment branch we were having the red theme in the live side. So let's assume like we are working on experiment branch now, that is red theme wala side. So making changes and committing changes to that. So what will happen? So when I am working, let's do here only. Let's make a let's oh, I already have it. Okay. So I have switched to a branch Jayashree, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one more branch, or let's just take it here. Okay. Now I will write branch and merge. Okay, so what is in this is done in the branch Jayashree, that I have edited some change, I have made some changes, and it is in my it is showing in my changes, and I will add this. I will give a commit that fit merge testing right now. Okay, so I will make a commit for this, so it has a commit. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to now how I will go back to the master branch is git checkout master. So now I am back to my master branch, and I cannot see the what I have written branch and merge. So for that what I am going to do is I'm going to okay, I did that, yeah. Okay, so let's do, or let's take it, yeah, so let's so how what actually the merge is be like, I'm going to take the uh, code from one branch to my another branch, and it is going to merge together, and it will be in my master branch. So yeah, so, and now how I will delete the branch once the my experiment branch has been uh, committed and added and committed. After that, what and it is merged. Okay, so like the red theme that that we thought that red theme is looking great on the site, so we merged those, and now the branch has been merged. So now what, we don't require experiment branch, so we will delete that branch using the command git branch hyphen d experiment. So d is for deleting the branch. So how we are going, what is resolve conflict? Like conflicts happen when two peoples on the working on the code, like they are working on the same line in the code, and that and get decide that you have to fix this, because on the same line it has been it will show the conflict. So most of the time what happens, the git will work smoothly, but when the branches have conflicts, like due to the changes made in the same file and maybe in the same line type, so that that time we are going to have a we are going to use we are going to resolve the conflict. So now let's we have an example here, like experiment. Let's encounter a conflict due to the changes made in the file test.txt, which is present on both experiment branch and the master branch. So how we are going to resolve that? So we are going to resolve that with the git first we have merged git merge experiment. We are going to merge that experiment with our master branch. So when then opening the test.txt in a header, and it will keep relevant changes. So what happens over here is like if it does it has it is or not in the same line, but or then it will be merged smoothly. But if it is on the same line, then that time what we are going to resolve those conflicts by accepting the incoming or accepting the current. There will be the options, so which one you will want, which one you want, that you can accept, and then uh, merge the conflict, and then you can commit and add and commit the changes. Yeah, so after that we have a git stash. Like for git stash, sometimes we are in the middle of the middle of the work, and then for example, just think that I am working on one code, one project, one branch. So then my manager came and asked me to fix a bug which is important right now. So I have what I'm going to do is going that time we are going to use git stash. I can't directly change the branch from my branch to another branch that directly, because it will show me the some uh, yeah, so it will show me some you need to decide fix you need to commit asa. So you don't, but I don't wish to commit that half done work. So what that time I'm going to use a stash. So what let's say the definition for stash, taking the direct state dirty state of working directory, saves it on the stack of unfinished changes that can be reapplied anytime, even on the different branches. So that's the whole actually definitions. So how the stashing we are going to do with the git status, it's going to show me the history of my commits, and then git stash push, which is like I have already for most who don't, who like, for example, how it is going to be, like we are going to take stash like a temporary bag. Okay, so when it is a temporary bag, and where you put your unfinished work. So when we are pushing, how the git stash push works over here, that we are putting some work into that bag, like in that stash. And the git stash list command, how it works, like we can see what is in the bag. And for git stash apply, we can see, we can take it out, what still what we can take it out, and bag still keeps a copy for that, like yeah, for that. And git status hyphen s is like for the short history for the status that we require, that's why it's hyphen s. And for git stash drop, it will delete the throw away from the bag, like from the temporary bag, it will throw away, like it will delete that. And for the pop one, it will take it out and empty the bag. And git stash push command hyphen u, what it will do is, it will put work in that bag. Push means it is going to put something in that inside there. Pop is that it will remove, uh, take it out. Yeah, so this was about stashing. So we use stashing when when we want to switch between the branches, when we are done half work and require our work to be saved somewhere. Huh. So let's go with the git reset. So what git resets does, like it moves a branch backward in history to undo the commits, but be careful, it can permanently delete your work if you use hyphen hyphen hard. So git um, let's see with the image that has been provided. First I will go with the terminology that has been used in the diagram, that is master, which is our current branch pointing to the latest commit. Tag is the tag current, which is our head, that is our current commit branch, current commit. And staging area, which is here in the green, which is which file you have marked with the git add. And this is a working directory where my code is present, so local files on my computer is present. So let's take this, like in the line 1 I committed, and this is a unique id that has been generated when I committed line 1. Line 2 when I committed, it gives another unique id, and then line 3, then another unique id. So line when I committed line 3, this is the current, because we go with the latest commit that we made. So this is our current, and this will be in our master, like current branch. So this is pointed as master, and our current tag has been given to the commit 3. Okay, so let's understand how this is going to work in git reset. So how it is going to work, like let's see this example. After we use the command git reset head to, like we want to go like something in my latest commit, that was this B764 this was my latest commit before. So something broke in this, or I don't this has been not finalized, and it asks me to go back to the line 1, that is my first commit that I made. So I have to go back and undo the to the two commits back. So it has a git reset head to. So the command that says is git log hyphen hyphen online. The logs will show me the commit history of my commit history that I did, and git reset. It is git reset with the, this is the command that git reset and the ID, or git reset head and how many commits back that we have to go. So I have to go back 2 commits. So this was my first 1 2. So this will be the commit that I will be going back. That was my line 1. So after that I am going to check my commit history if with the git log hyphen hyphen on one line, and it will show me the commit 1. So I how I like with the cat command I can show where the head resides. Like head, now the master has been shifted to the commit 1. First it was in the current commit 3. Now it is in uh, commit 1. So my cat dot get origin hyphen head will show me where my master is current branch commit is present in my local repository. So, and this will my staging and working directory will still have the line 1, line 2, and line 3. That is after, even after the git reset, it has been it under the commit, but it has been still present in my working directory. So git reset when you are fixing local commits before pushing. That time we use git reset. That means when we are fixing some local commits, but before pushing, like we haven't pushed yet to the remote one. So faster, it is faster, and it gives a cleaner history for us. Another one is git revert. So like it says oops, undo that last step. So suppose and keep the record that you did it. So in the git reset, it does not keep the records that has been undone. So but in in git revert, it keeps the record that has been undone. Like if the last commit added line 3, revert backs to new commit that removes the line 3. Okay, how this is confusing for you right now, but let me explain this in more with this diagram. So this is my commit 1, commit 2, commit 3, and this is my uh, this commit 3 has a tag current, which is my current commit that I am in. But when I do a git revert head, that is this one, then it will like I want to go back to the commit 2. So what it will do, it will not go directly back to the commit 2, how how it was done in the git reset. But here in git revert, what it will do is it will create a new commit that is with the new id, and it will give me a line 1 and line 2 if that was in my commit 2. But it will not delete the commit 3, because it will keep the history that was present. And now the my master is the one which has been created after the git revert. So this is my current commit and my current branch. This is my current branch commit. Staging area and working directory. So now you can see here in the working directory in the git after we gone back to the commit 1. But in the git revert, we are having in working title line 1 and line 2, which is like it has a history, but it will not be shown in the working directory. Like it will be gone back to the commit 2, like that. So when we are going to use git revert, we are going to use git revert when you are already pushed commit. Like it's the safe for collaboration when we are working on a team project. So that time we are going to use a git revert. to collaborate, to able to share changes. So we are doing we are doing a local repository. Use it, we can move our local repository over the web. That is, in the first, you remember I said about cloud, that Git cloud one uh, in the version control wala slide. That time I showed the GitHub. So let's understand how in the GitHub. So this GitHub, you have to sign in on this and create your account. How you are going to create a new page? In the top right, you will get a create new button, and then you can use option get new repository. There you will get create a new repository kind of page where you can write your repository name as eYantra. I can write eYantra Git. Okay, so this is my repository name. We have to give a good technical session. This is my description. This is the description that I am giving. It can be anything that related to the repository name. It has an option to choose the configuration as public, private, and the other stuffs like readme, git ignore, and stuff like that. So we have to use a great create repository button. That it will create a for us. That we can create a new repository using our command line. The git commands will be there. So let's let me. So I have this. So what I can do, I will just yeah. So I have already created my branch. So what I can do, like I can just push my existing repository from the command. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this command, that is git remote add origin, and with the github link and my username and my repository name that I created, yantra git. So let's add this. So it will give me git remote add origin, and after that we are going to do we already have a branch master, so we are not going to, or let's push it into a branch master. Use hyphen u origin is for upstream, that is going to help us in putting this on my repository. So after hitting this, so it is going to check all the things, and it says that new branch main has been created and set up track to the origin main. So now what I can do is I can go back and refresh this page and see my test.txt on the GitHub. So here this was about the GitHub, how we can create the repository and all. Creating repository on GitHub we did. Now how we have to name our repository, then how we are going to get a quick setup configurations. This I have shown to add the changes to our remote repository. Yeah, so from here my sessions best practices for you are like you can avoid some of these pitfalls like large and infrequent commits. Like it should not be very large commits, like suppose feature you are having a you are making a commit on a feature, like so you will be making that this is my feature xyz on this. No, you are not going to make like this. You are going to keep it short. That's how it's often done in the industry. So direct commit to the main branch, you should not directly commit to the main branch. You should create a branch and then test on your own branch, and then after that uh, after everything has been approved by you, then we can go for the then you can merge on the main branch. Ignoring the merge conflict, you should not ignore the merge conflict, not pulling remote branch changes, committing sensitive data. Follow these best practices like commit. You should often commit. Small commits are also counted, which are also very helpful. Branches for features and fixes. Pull remote changes regularly to get the get the updates from the remote repository that has been added by others. So you will be having the updated changes and resolve conflict thoroughly, and you should always have a remote backup for that. So yeah, everyone, thank you all for your patience. And any questions that uh, am I audible? Any questions? Anyone? If not, then we will go ahead with the quiz. Let me share this over here. So please take this quiz so that you know how much you have understood and how it is going to be helpful after attending this session. Thank you, everyone. I will give you 5 minutes to take that quiz. Sorry. They are saying there is no access to the form. What happened? Mm, it has been published.
Accepting responses. वापस जाओ इसमें मैनेज कर anyone with this. No, listen. Yeah. Responder will
With the link, yeah. Okay.
tell them to check.
Please check now and let me know if it is working. Working. Okay. Fine. Okay, someone is asking about sending me the PDF or the recording lectures. That I don't think so. This is recording will be shared, but about PDF will if it will be, then I it will be shared on the mail if it's allowed like that. So or I hope now everyone has done with the quiz. Thank you everyone. It was great and thank you for your time.